just like to share some background about me, my story. And some of you may have already heard this, but feel free to tune in because there's some very important lessons to be learnt through my journey. So I'm a mother to a daughter who's now 10, soon to be 11, who lives with disability. So dear Sophie, she's autistic. She not only lives with autism, but ADD, ADHD, and a range of other disorders, which makes parenting pretty difficult. But for Soph, socially and educationally, she has many challenges to overcome. I'm also a wife. Graham and I, we've been together now over 20 years. Extremely happy and solid in our relationship. However, he is a FIFO worker. So Graham works away 9 days and returns for 5, but there's a solid 7-hour drive in between us. Now, backtrack about 20 odd years ago. I thrived in uni. I was studying a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, transferred to Environmental Health. I graduated as Dux with membership to the National Golden Key Honour Society, and then I fell into a job, a management position with a regional council in Queensland. And when I mean fell into a job, I say that rather flippantly, but I realise now, looking back, that I created that opportunity for myself, at the ripe old age of 21. So, but kudos to me at that point in time, because that position, that opportunity I created for myself, really set the foundations of my career. I realised that I was much more than an environmental health professional. Sure, that is my trade, but I took very naturally to leadership, the management of people, the development and driving of strategy, and gaining the support of others joining me on that journey to deliver the strategy. So, my corporate executive career blossomed over 20 years. My family followed me interstate, moving, different towns, different regions to grow my career. And yes, so I grew, I blossomed, I returned to Queensland. And you know what though? Despite my success, I was working hard. I was working really hard and long. I was balancing the responsibility of being a wife, being a mother, with a corporate career. Now, this was extremely challenging, but you know what? I was the goal-kicking, high-achieving leader. I was the woman in the man's world with something to prove. So I just kept pushing through. Until about maybe 5 years ago, and then there were warning signs. Anxiety peaked, and I basically became dependent upon anti-anxiety medication. Frequent trips to counselling, but again, I felt I had it under control. Okay? 2 years ago, burnout happened. Okay, I ignored the signs, I ignored the universe, so she kicked me up the arse with real nasty burnout. By all means, there were several factors leading into my burnout experiences that were kind of the last straws, but it was a cumulative effect over years previous. Burnout for me was really ugly. It wasn't just being tired. It wasn't a matter of just requiring a holiday. It was ugly. I was emotionally void. I had no care or concern for myself. I felt no love for my family. My mind was empty. So my mind used to be so full to the point where I couldn't turn off or tune out. Back in my burnout, it was just black, an empty abyss. Also, physically, I found myself unable to move. Every motion was like a marathon effort. Disturbingly, I actually found myself at one point in time literally on the floor in my bedroom, crawling to the bathroom. So emotionally, mentally, and physically, I was broke. Now, through support, I got through my burnout. Okay, so I was seeing psychologists, psychiatrists, counsellors, my GP. I was medicated, yet more so than simply with my anxiety. And I was diagnosed, in addition to my anxiety, but with depression and PTSD. But I emerged, as I said, with support of others. Importantly, part of my support crew was a beautiful kinesiologist, Sophia, of Soul Fusion Therapies. And she really aided me in my journey. She was able to ground me, to unpack what my burnout was all about, and most importantly, connect me with my new identity, okay? Unearth my life's purpose, my mission of service, and my personal values. And through that, I emerged through burnout with strength, courage, and grace that was needed to depart my corporate career, of which I had dedicated 20 years of experience and growth, 6 years of study. It took a lot of courage, but I did it. I broke free and I founded my own business. So fast forward a bit further, my business journey, I engaged after some time of trying to do it myself, which I realise now resulted with slowed growth in my business and slowed growth in myself personally, professionally. I reached out to a mentor, my first coach, and that was early last year. Okay, now Angela, I have great gratitude for Angela because she connected me. So Sophia connected me with myself, and Angela connected me with my calling. And, you know, I've always empowered people in my teams that I've led, that I've overseen, but she connected me with my ability to empower people on an individual, intimate, exclusive basis as a coach myself. Now, with that foundation, I hit the ground, okay? However, again, the traction wasn't there. So, you know, I tried stumbling on my own. I referred to others and was trying to interpret what they were doing. I was trying to uncover the secret source. But then I realized, hey, why am I bothering? I should be, again, referring to a mentor to help me through this. So, yes, I reached out to Martin and Sally, my current mentors, and I am very proud to say that within a 6-month period, I went from a $0 balance monthly in my business to last November hitting $50,000 a month. Okay, and not only, and look, the cash is beautiful, but what I found with the growth of my business is that I hit a whole new level of thrive. Okay, so previously, like through beginning to mid last year, I was living a beautiful life personally. I was leaning into desire. I was amplifying my joy and controlling drain, living what I preach. But, you know, there was something missing in the biz, and Martin and Sally certainly aided me to find that, to fine tune it. And with that came financial success. So that's my story. That's where I'm at. And yeah, I'm hoping that some of this resonates with you, particularly those women out there who are survivors of burnout.